Hey, welcome to Erie Shores Prepping. Please continue to like, subscribe to this channel. Today is Sunday and we had a really cold night last night, down to 41 degrees here in growing zone 6A, highs of 60 degrees, and the garden is really starting to say we're done. So I'm going to take this time to prepare the soil and the beds for next year by pulling out the leftover and then refertilizing it and letting it set. I will be covering it with mulch. Some of it I did replant. I did put garlic in. Some of it was success, some of it was fail. Keep note of that. Green beans, I'll harvest the rest of those, pull them out. Cucumbers, done. Grow bags, still undecided on that. The soil in the grow bags I bought for raised bed gardening, that's a complete failure. You see little tiny Brussels sprouts on that. This should be about 6 foot tall, to be honest with you. The soil was a failure. The grow bags are not. Woody woodchuck, before I got rid of him, destroyed my red cabbage, green cabbage, and bok choy. He made a complete buffet out of that. The tomatoes were highly successful. So I'll be cleaning this all out, putting in some fresh dirt, turning it over, fertilizing it, letting it set. My one and only watermelon seems to be doing okay. We're gonna let you know on that. Grow bags, some of it success, some of it failure. I used raised bed garden soil. That was a complete and total failure. I'll never do that again. However, I will not throw this out, but I will mix it with some regular topsoil, maybe some regular Miracle-Gro soil, and get a combination that will be good for growing. Green onions, good. Potatoes in grow bags do work. Raised bed for a fall garden, and you can see all the leftover tomatoes I have. That's doing good for the fall garden. Broccoli got hit by the worm. We put some 7 dust powder on it. Seemed to have eliminated that cause. I try to avoid using insecticides and pesticides and grow all organic, but if I didn't put it on there, I wouldn't have any cabbage. And you can see the devastation that these cabbage moths did on that. Green leaf, onions, carrots, doing okay for the fall harvest. Peppers still doing good, so I'm gonna leave this bed alone. Carrots are doing good. My berry plants, I put in some fresh soil and refertilized it, and boy, they're still producing some of the most delicious garden berries. And these are the golden raspberries. I highly recommend them if you can see that. These are super sweet and delicious. They do put out in the spring and fall. Strawberries in the center, red raspberries, blackberries. Looking forward to that. This is the new garlic bed, replacing the yams and sweet potatoes. The woodchuck destroyed my tomato bed, but we have so many tomatoes, I was giving them away, still giving them away to anybody that wants some while they last. I'm going to clean this all out. Fresh dirt, fresh fertilizer for the spring plant, turn over the soil, getting that ready. Still have some paste tomatoes on here, Roma and pear. I'm going to turn this over. Still have some beets in the ground, very successful in that. I'll document that and then do the same thing with beets, radishes, and cut back on the tomatoes. Grapes up here, doing okay, and back there. Apple trees, peach trees, plum trees, all doing fine. My project, oh yeah, my apple tree got crushed. Just bent over, nubs decided to flatten it out, and then I accidentally dropped a super heavy wood shelving that I was trying to move by myself. Big mistake. And it fell on that, flattened it out. It didn't snap it off, but it shredded it. So what I did was got some Gorilla Tape and taped it up. And hopefully we will see if that keeps it alive and growing. It was doing fine, but we'll see. My project, the determinate tomatoes, are done. They're not producing anymore. The green tomatoes are still staying green, few red. Wasn't happy with this particular brand, but this is now going to become the blueberry bush right here. So I'm going to transplant some the blueberry bush into this one, turn the soil over, fertilize it with this berry tone. And you can see this right here, especially for berries. I use this on the raspberries and strawberries as well. And I was trying to find the NPK count on that, but I don't see it. But this really works. I've used it many times. Good soil and fertilizer right there. Use that. I'm going to put this one, the Jersey berry, which I picked up at a big discount because they wanted to liquidate. You can see the Jersey blueberry, very popular. And you can see that. I'm going to put it in this other determinant. That is 10 gallon, I think. And we're going to have a row of blueberries right along here. So that's my chores for today. I'm going to work all along the side here, pulling out all the spaghetti squash that's done. That was highly successful right here. Still some left on there, but they're pretty much done for the year. We'll let those ripen up. Some yellow squash, as you can see. Cucumbers really did well. And I'm going to transplant the butterfly bush probably here because it seemed to thrive pretty good as well. I'm not going to do anything with the strawberries and blackberries down the corner. That seems to be doing really well there. So my goal is over the next few days, while we don't have much rain, transplant all this, turn the soil over, rototill it, fertilize it, let it set, get ready for next year, and do it all again. And see if I can do even better. Over here on the other side, this is my succession planting because I knew right behind me was going to be done. So I planted these peas clear back in July. Coming right over to them. And these are ready to harvest. And they're already starting to dry out, so I'll get what harvest I can out of that. Green beans I've already picked twice. These are the Blue Lake green beans, and you can see these are doing pretty well. So I'm going to harvest those, get those off there, freeze them. The corn I planted in late July. This is the sweet corn, and it is starting to get some little ears of corn along the side. I'm just hoping that the temperature holds out long enough that it can grow up into October or so, and we can get another harvest out of that. Sunflower seeds, these are the green arrow peas that I've talked about. A little slow growing, kind of disappointed in the green arrow. Sunflower seeds, boy, the salesman saw me coming on these. These are supposed to be 12 to 15, 16 foot tall. They didn't even clear 6 foot. Beautiful heads though. The bees and the pollinators really like the sunflowers, but $5 for 4 seeds. He saw me coming and went to the bank laughing all the way. Flowers, getting those ready for next year, the pollinators, and then we're going to do it all over again. All right, hate this time of year, but I look forward to getting it ready for next year. Pups is always in my business, wanting to know what I'm doing. She's a good dog. Of course, Nubbies, he's the supervisor, and Roxy just sits and watches. Looking forward to the fresh peaches next year, apples a couple years from now, plum tree, and also the grapes. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me the thumbs up, leave your comments. For a couple years now, YouTube has been shadow banning me and just flat slowing me down. Give me your thumbs up, leave your comments, and subscribe. Thank you for liking and subscribing to Your Shores Prepping. Remember, get yourself right with God. Ask for forgiveness for your sins. Get baptized in water. Ask for blessings on your garden. He'll give it to you. Thank you very much. Greg out.